Welcome to Truth Lab. This is myth versus fact, evidence-based. Today's myth: I can sleep less during the week and just catch up on weekends. That sounds practical, and part of it is true, but the full fact is this: weekend catch-up can help, but it often doesn't fully erase sleep debt, and it can backfire by shifting your body clock so Monday feels worse. In this episode, I'll do three things. First, explain why catch-up sleep helps sometimes, but fails other times. Second, summarize what research consistently shows about recovery and timing. Third, give you a simple 7-day experiment to find your best weekend strategy. Let's start with the misunderstanding. Most people judge sleep with one question: did I survive the day? But the better question is, am I consistently alert, stable, and recovering? Sleep debt works like this. If you need around 8 hours but get 6, you're not just a bit tired. You've accumulated a 2-hour deficit. Do that 5 days in a row and you can be 10 hours down. Now here's the first key fact. When you sleep longer on weekends, your brain and body do recover, partly. You may feel better, you may perform better, but full recovery can take more than 1 or 2 long nights. Why? Because recovery is not only about total hours, it's also about timing, consistency, and sleep quality. That brings us to the second key fact. Weekend sleep can create social jet lag. If you wake at 6:30 a.m. on weekdays, but sleep in until 10:30 a.m. on weekends, your body clock shifts later. Then Sunday night arrives, and you're suddenly not sleepy at your usual bedtime. So you fall asleep later, and Monday morning feels brutal. This is why people argue online. One person says, I sleep in and feel amazing. Another person says, if I sleep in, I can't sleep Sunday night. Both can be true, depending on your schedule, your sensitivity, and your weekday deficit. So what does the evidence-based pattern look like? Across controlled research and larger observational work, two consistent ideas show up. 1. Extra sleep after restriction improves some outcomes, but it may not instantly restore everything to baseline. 2. Bigger weekend schedule shifts are associated with worse Monday functioning because the body clock gets pushed later. In plain language, catch-up sleep helps recovery, but catch-up sleep done with a huge sleep-in time can sabotage your rhythm. So what should you actually do? Here is the practical rule that works for most people. Keep your wake time consistent. If you need extra sleep, add it by going to bed earlier or allow a small sleep-in window, usually 60 to 90 minutes, not 3 to 4 hours. Now, I'm not asking you to memorize a perfect number. I want you to run a simple, personal test. Here is a 7-day experiment. Step 1. Pick your fixed wake time. Use your weekday wake time. Example, 6:30 a.m. Step 2. For the next 7 days, keep wake time within a 60-minute band. So, wake between 6:30 and 7:30 a.m., even on weekends. Step 3. Pick one of these recovery methods for the week. Option A, earlier bedtime. Go to bed 30 to 60 minutes earlier. Option B, small sleep-in. Sleep in up to 60 to 90 minutes on weekend mornings. Option C, short nap, 10 to 25 minutes before 3 p.m. if needed. Do not change 3 things at once. Consistency is how you isolate what works. Step 4, track only 3 outcomes. 1, how sleepy you feel at around 10 a.m. 2, how stable your mood and focus are in the afternoon. 3, how hard Sunday night is. Time to fall asleep plus number of wake-ups. If you feel better and Sunday night stays easy, your strategy fits your biology. If Sunday night becomes harder, your weekend sleep-in is likely shifting your body clock too late. In that case, tighten the weekend wake time and recover by earlier bedtime instead. Now let's handle one more myth you'll hear. My body is fine with less sleep as long as I catch up later. Fact: some people tolerate short-term restriction better than others, But most people still pay a cost, just not always as obvious as falling asleep at work. If you want a fast upgrade that helps most people, protect wake time first, then recover with earlier bedtime. That usually beats extreme weekend sleep-ins. Quick myth versus fact recap. Myth: catch-up sleep wipes the slate clean. Fact: it helps, but full recovery can take longer than one weekend. Myth: sleeping in is always good. Fact: sleeping in too much can push your body clock later and harm Sunday night sleep. Myth: if I'm not sleepy, I'm fine. Fact: sleep loss can show up as lower patience, slower thinking, and worse mood, even if you feel okay. Safety note: if you are under 18, prioritize consistent sleep. Teen brains are still developing, and chronic sleep restriction is a bad trade. This video is general education, not personal medical advice. Let's wrap it up. The takeaway is not never sleep in. The takeaway is recover sleep without breaking your rhythm. If you want more evidence-based myth versus fact episodes, subscribe to Truth Lab. Next episode: myth: snoring is harmless. Fact: it can signal breathing disruption that ruins sleep quality. I'll put key research links and sources in the description and in a pinned comment.